What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the clone Commander Cody from the Star Wars Black Series archive wave. Now I got this set really cheap. You can see that I got it for $9.99 at Ollie's. If you guys not really aware, it's kind of a retail store that sells a bunch of random stuff, or at least stuff that goes on clearance. They end up selling it at that store, and I got this nice brand new Commander Cody, which I've never really seen him in any retail stores besides like resale third-party stores. So overall, I'm really glad that I was able to get this for at least $9. And I remember like about a year, probably came out like 2 years ago, it was roughly around 22-ish dollars. But I'm so glad I was able to get this. You guys can see that the packaging is still pretty nice. It has that 50 Lucasfilm logo, and it does say Star Wars The Black Series Archive. Now, this is actually my first Black Series Cody, and I do have the Hot Toys version, but I'm going to end up doing a review on this one first, and then I'll probably do that one later on here on the channel. Now, on the back of the box, it has a brief description, and you guys could tell it does say Commander Cody, and it has a little description where you guys could pause it in case you guys want to read it. And it does have a timeline where it says the Clone Wars, Rebels, just basically different Star Wars media in the timeline within these last, I believe, 50 years. So let's go ahead and unbox this Commander Cody and go straight to it. So here we have a tray shot of Commander Cody. You guys can see that, man, really well detailed. Like I said, he only comes with 2 weapons. So we're going to go ahead and take the weapons out first, then look into the figure. So looking at the smaller blaster, there's really not much detail. There's no paint. It's just a mold with some added details. Not really much to say about this. Overall, it's pretty decent. Not really the best weapon I've seen, but, you know, it's there. Then we have this larger rifle. Like, I'm not really too familiar with a lot of the names for these blasters, so I'm not even going to try. But, yeah, this is really not too bad. Definitely does look and feel cheap. But overall, it's still not a bad addition to the collection, I guess. You could use this weapon for, like, other Star Wars figures. So let's go ahead and get Cody over here. Alright, so here we have Commander Cody, man. This figure is really dope, really well detailed. So we're going to go ahead and look at accuracy first. So overall, when it comes to accuracy, I think this figure looks pretty good. He does have also details on the back. He has his little jetpack right here. He has the antenna. Does have a few details on the helmet. Overall, when it comes to accuracy, at least from the portrayal from the movie, it does look pretty well accurate. Now, as far as color, I don't remember this being so like dark. It's kind of like a dark orange. I thought it was usually all uniform. At least I thought this orange was a lot brighter. But overall, that's not really too much of a nitpick. I have the Lego version of this Cody as well as the Hot Toys. So we'll probably end up seeing that in a later video. But overall, it's still not too bad when it comes to accuracy of the figure. So next we're going to go ahead and look at articulation, man. This thing is going to hopefully articulate fairly well. So we're going to go ahead and look at the arms because that's the most important thing. It does have double jointed elbows, but it's really constricted because of, you know, the little pads is on here on the elbows, but technically it is double jointed. At least it's trying to be for the most part, but it's very difficult for it to do so. And it is double jointed knees as well, which is also good to have for opposability. So the thighs do swivel just slightly. Like I said, it's pretty hard because of the armor. When it comes to ab crunch, he does kind of have ab crunch, but it's really limited to the armor as well. But overall, it's really not too bad. He can go left, right, you know, very excessively as well. But the ab crunch is really restricted, especially with all this stuff that he has on the belt. Kind of like hangs on there and kind of rubs just a little bit. Overall, it's really not bad. But let's see, like the head can go 360, very stiff though. Not that you would need to turn his head around like that. It doesn't go up all that much, but it does go down fairly well. You can kind of tell that this one right here doesn't have that helmet head underneath, because some of them have the molded head and you are able to remove the helmet and it would just be like a white head underneath. But this one is not like that. It's just the helmet on its own. Overall, this is really not too bad. I mean, this is a nice figure. I do have the Captain Rex, so it would be nice to display both of them next to each other. But the Captain Rex I have is the Bad Batch version, but it's basically the same thing, just with a cloak. Overall, this is not a bad Commander Cody. I would definitely recommend you guys checking out Ollie's to find him. I'm not sure if you guys are able to find him in any other retail stores? Probably not, but the original price point was around $20, which I think it is expensive for this figure, although it does come with some weapons. So our last final thing, we're gonna go ahead and put these weapons on Cody just to see what they look like. So looking at the blaster, he is able to hold it. I mean, it's kind of hard for him to hold it with both hands because there's no really spot to put both hands, but overall you can still play it around and see the way it looks. Overall, it's really not too bad. I find it a lot easier for this to fit on his left hand. So let's go ahead and get the other blaster. The other blaster, being a lot smaller, was a lot easier to put it on his right hand. It did fit also on the left hand as well, but I thought it looked a lot better on the right. So honestly, adding this one to the left is probably the most ideal. Now, typically you wouldn't obviously put both weapons at the same time because that would just look kind of ridiculous. But overall, this is really not too bad, honestly. Like, the accessories that come with fits well with the character. It fits well with it being just a clone, and you could use these weapons on other clones that you guys have available. Overall, not a bad figure. Definitely think this is a nice pickup for $10. Let me know down in the comment section below, did you guys end up getting Commander Cody when he was retailing for above $20? But at $10, do you guys believe that he's worth it now that you guys can find him on the clearance rack at Ollie's? Anyways, comment down below, what is your favorite Star Wars archive figure? And I'll see you guys in the next video.